So the Ram CEO says that full cylinders won't be under the hood of a Ram pickup truck anytime soon. The TRX will live on past 2024, gives the EV truck the name Vision, and won't give in and talk about the range-extending pickup trucks that are coming. As usual, being vague when people would like some real answers. So let's break them down and fill in the voids. Let's start off with everyone's favorite Ram truck, the TRX. Now the Ram CEO says the TRX will stay in its current form past 2024 when the Hellcat platform goes away. That leads me to believe the issues with the 4xe system I've been saying hasn't been sorted out and Ram needs more time before it drops the 6.2 Hellcat engine. My sources have told me that packaging and performance issues are the reasons why we haven't seen the Inline 6 hybrid in any vehicle. And no, the 4xe going to the Grand Cherokee this year is the same Inline 4 system that's in the Wrangler. I've heard the Inline 6 4xe system is having some lackluster performance issues, and that's why we don't see it in the Grand Cherokee, even though Jeep confirmed one would come. And we don't see it in the Grand Wagoneer, Jeep also confirmed last year.
And very soon in 2025, we will have a zero-emission Jeep 4xe in every SUV segment.
Now remember that huge order for hybrid transmissions that FCA placed a couple years ago. They are supposed to arrive in 2022. We are coming up on the halfway point of 2022, and we only have one new hybrid that has been shown in the Grand Cherokee 4xe. So where are all the Hurricane 6-cylinder hybrids at? The press release says they are coming, and also says the Inline 6 will be the primary engine for all STLA Large and STLA Frame vehicles. And remember, there was a TRX mule spotted last summer with updated manufacturing plates and EPA test pipes. We haven't seen that new drivetrain that it was sporting either. Could it be the Inline 6? Could it be a hybrid with a charging door on the opposite side of the gas door perhaps? But whatever it is not ready. And if the TRX keeps its 6.2 Hellcat engine in 2024, you can expect it to be very, 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 very costly. My 2021 TRX had a base price of $69,000 MSRP. Ever since Stellantis bought out FCA, Stellantis has jacked up the price in several price adjustments to $77,780 for the TRX.
Electrification that brings 50% additional cost against a conventional vehicle. So we have to digest 50% of additional cost. There is no way we can transfer 50% of additional cost to the final consumer because most part of the middle classes will not be able to pay for those new car sales. So we lose the customer, we lose the customer base, and then we have to shrink the company, which is going to create, of course, social issues.
And we're not even through the 2022 model year yet. Almost $8,000 in 1 year, even though the other Ram 1500s only went up around $3,000, the Red Eye went up $2,000, and oddly, only the Hellcat went up $6,000 as well. You smell that? It smells like an additional manufacturer markup, just like dealers were doing. And it just so happens to be in the same year that Stellantis confirmed that the 6.2 Hellcat engine will be gone in another year. So I would love to know, what would be the starting price of the Ram TRX in 2023? $79,000, $80,000? What about in 2024? Low to mid 80s then? High 80s? Let me know how much you think the TRX price will be jacked up to make it seem like an Inline 6 hybrid is a good idea. Just saying. And speaking of Hurricane engines, like I said in my other videos, the press release from Stellantis says the Hurricane engines will be the primary engine of the STLA Frame platform. Sources have told me that once Stellantis shuts down the line that makes a 6.2 Hemi next year, there will be more capacity to put the Inline 6 in a lot of models. There were hundreds of 2023 test mules that were made recently, and none of them had the Hurricane engine in them. But it did have a digital instrument cluster that I'm surprised that Ram did not announce at the New York Auto Show. Maybe they learned their lesson last year with all the issues with Uconnect 5 that left hundreds of trucks stuck at the plant, just like with the Buggy Wagoneer models. So they probably have those hundreds of test mules out testing to make sure everything works before they announce a new digital instrument cluster. I'll spoil Ram's fun and let you know that the 2023 production is scheduled for August 8th. So not a lot of time before the order guide gets released, and I don't see any major auto shows happen before then. But I did see that Ram will be at the Twin Cities Auto Show in a couple weeks, so maybe they can show the digital cluster there. I doubt it, but there are a lot of delays coming out of Stellantis lately. But I wouldn't be surprised if the new cluster was delayed to work out bugs. Dodge was supposed to show the e-muscle car in Q1, nothing. Dodge was supposed to show the Hornet in Q1, nothing. The Grand Wagoneer was supposed to have 4xe system, nothing. A source told me that Ram had a Dakota truck supposed to be coming, nothing. And Ram can't figure out how to design their EV truck. Ram has gone back to the drawing board so many times in the last few months over the design of this truck. Ram showed this vehicle during EV Day that makes it seem like Ram was going to make like a lifted TRX space buggy type EV. It looks like large vents under the headlights and a large lower center grille. Then, on the exact same day during Stellantis' portion of EV Day, Ralph Gillis showed this EV truck that could be best described as a more curvy TRX with street tires. Two different designs on the same day with two different headlight light bar designs. Fast forward to 2022, honestly something tells me that Ram went back to the drawing board a third time because this truck looks almost like an exact copy of the Silverado EV revealed in January. The lower bumper looks close, then headlight design, the step up into the body at the rear window, and steps in the bumper. So in March, we get design number 3 that looks like a wide body crossover until you look at the back and you see a taillight design similar to the second design. These aren't fan renderings, these are actual images from Stellantis. It's like the first design is too space themed, kind of like how the Hummer EV went all in with their lunar themes. Then the design was too round and looked too much like the Silverado EV that beat Ram to the punch. And now we got this new X headlight design, sharp lines, and hopefully this is the last design change. But then Ram releases yet another 4th updated design with slightly tweaked headlight signature again. In a similar silhouette to how GM did for their EV cars, it also looks like the roofline has been slightly changed in this one. But this is not the final design, because wait for it, we get yet another rugged looking design without a notch in the hood, but rather a big one in the roof now. I'm at a loss for words at how many times this one EV truck has changed in literally less than 9 months. I hope that this is the final design, but you never know, because there are still 2 more videos to be unveiled on the Ram Revolution site. When Ralph Gillis said they had freedom on the top surface, I didn't think it meant freedom to redesign the same vehicle so many times before it's supposed to be shown to the public. No wonder we haven't seen any Stellantis EVs tested in the public because they can't figure out how they wanted the thing to look like, let alone get it out on time. The only EV we have actually seen is the Maserati Gran Turismo Folgore and a little bit of the Charger during EV Day. I also find it funny that Ram can make 6 videos for an EV truck that is going through an identity crisis, but Dodge has made 0 videos about their e-muscle car. Just saying. So let's run through the list of all the EV trucks that have been shown and they're now going on sale. The Hummer EV was shown in 2020 and they didn't even have a truck built yet. And keep in mind, Mike Manley said in 2020 a Ram EV was coming. Rivian showed their truck in 2018, the F-150 Lightning was shown last year, and the Silverado EV was shown this year. That's 5 pickup trucks shown, and all of them except for the Cybertruck is expected to be delivered this year. But Elon Musk said the Cybertruck will start delivering next year. If this Ram Vision EV, or whatever this is going to be called, has been developed for 3 years, we should have seen it by now instead of waiting to see what everyone else offers and then try to make a product to beat them. This whole wait and see approach is going to put y'all further behind the 8 ball and no one else is going to have any more money to buy this Ram truck. As far as specs for the Ram EV, they'll be pretty much the same as the Dodge EV. The same tech will be shared between all vehicles, so you already know it can have a possible 1300 horsepower and a tri-motor setup, 4-wheel steering capability, and an active suspension. I'll make a dedicated video about the Ram EV, but in the meantime, you can watch this playlist right here of all information about all the EVs coming to Dodge, Ram, and Jeep.